Hello guys, hello everybody, welcome back to Switch here, and like super fast video because we having like not even 20 minutes, 80 minutes to finish off the beta, open beta. And I just came up with like super basic build. So the other build is going to be the build to leveling up to 25, I guess, with like sustain mana all the time. But I just found like super extra ring, which basically giving us the additional Hydra active. So that's crazy good. And then obviously I remove the chain lighting because chain lighting was used for the other ring, which give us 4 mana constantly, or even 4 to 6 mana, it depends on the role. So yes, we had the mana all the time, and yes, it's great to play that way, the other way, but definitely 2 Hydras, they're just so powerful. So I just choose the Ice Armor Hydra Deep Freeze just to be immune for 4 seconds. And then we're having the Frostbolt, and basically the Frozen Orb is maxed out right now. It's actually on the level 6, believe it or not, due to the fact we're wearing some item which giving us the additional skill. So crazy stuff, because this is like so powerful right now already. And then on the passive skill, we're just going to use the Frozen Orb. Just basically doesn't matter what we are going to cast. We just have the possibility to cast another Frozen Orb on top of casting our Frozen Orb, because whenever you cast a non-basic skill, which is Frozen Orb as well, you have 20% chance to launch a Frozen Orb at nearby enemy. And the other stack we're just going to use for the Ice Armor. So the level 30 is going to be Ice Armor, and then upon getting hit, you have a 5% chance to apply the Ice Armor. And you might ask, why the fuck I want that? Well, the reason why we wanna do this is because when we wearing the second ring, we are dealing extra damage, and it's going to be on the max roll, it's going to be 33% more extra damage when our Ice Armor is pop out. So basically we are dealing right now, well, 24 due to the fact because the ring is 24, but at the end of the day we are going to get the max roll, which is going to be 33. So obviously due to the fact of that passive skill, we have 5% chance to pop out this shield without using it. So that's crazy good stuff. And then on top of that we have some, which I said already, Deep Freeze, and then basic attack to spam. And overall is the Frozen Orb and Hydra build. Yep. Alrighty, so just gonna do some gameplay a little bit. And this is how we roll these days. I mean, I'm definitely going to play this. So 2 Hydras, Frozen Orb, all day long. And if we want to be immortal for 4 seconds, why not? I can use this right now. There's no reason to use, but I just want to test it. So yeah, crazy stuff. I'm just going to swap this for the Frozen Orb so you can see how powerful it's going to be right now, this build. Well, I just need the mobs to kill, but definitely I will running with both the passive skills, the Frozen Orb and the Ice Armor.
I'm out of mana.
There's nothing to kill, like 2 Hydras, and it's just everything is just melted instantly. So this build is it's so basic, but in the same time, I'm like so excited about this. So yeah, definitely this is going to be my first build. First and last, because I will take like 2 weeks holiday from the work, and I will just play the Wizard or Sorceress, whatever you wanna call it. So definitely I will no lifing 16 hours per day on the stream. So if you fancy to see Wizard in action, you can come and pop out on the Twitch live.
The calling feels strong here. I can feel our purpose beyond that door. We must find a way through.
I was always like a big fan of Diablo 2 Frozen Orb build, just only the Frozen Orb. Not really big fan of the Blizzard, although the Blizzard is much better damage output, but... So Hydra Frozen Orb it is. Apparently, at the end of the day, the a really good build from Diablo 2 is going to be a crazy good build in Diablo 4. Those doors are sealed, so I'm just going to continue to the gameplay as long as I possibly can. Although we have just 10 minutes, so I just like the skill. Deep freeze. It's going to be crazy good. I think it's much better to use this. And for the fourth, we're just going to use the teleportation, I assume so. But with that being said, also, it's not really like mandatory or important unless, I don't know, we're playing hardcore. So, yeah, those doors are locked. And I assume we just need to go back over there. But nevertheless, I think that's it. It's just basically everything what I want to say about the new build. And the skill tree looks like this to the 25. So one into the frostbolt, one into the enhanced frostbolt, just simply because we need to put 2 skills on the basic skills in order to go farther. And then we have the core skills, so I just dump the max into the frozen orb. I have 1 skill from the item, so that's why it's on the level 6. And then I just go this route, which is well, this is like self-explanatory because we need to put the skill into the middle, so it doesn't really matter what's going to be here, so I don't need to explain that. But then we can choose in between those two. And then the reason why I choose the other one, the greater frozen orb, is just simply because I'm not really able to freeze the enemies from the other source, so that's going to be like useless. But at the end of the day, if you're able to frozen the minions, then you will receive the 5 mana on top of every explosion from the frozen orb. But if not, then you can just go to the other route and then choose. Basically, the frozen orb explosion has a 25% chance to make all enemies hit vulnerable for 2 seconds. Frozen orb always make frozen enemies vulnerable, but you need to freeze them. So that's why the probably frozen frost nova or whatever it's called. It's frost nova. So yeah, so that's going to be here then. That's that kind of like self-explanatory. If you wish to get more mana. Yeah, frozen orb always makes frozen enemies vulnerable. So even if you will go this route and then you will froze the enemies by one more time the frost nova, then they are going to be the vulnerable. So that's good. That's great stuff. Then 3 skills to the glass cannon due to the fact we're dealing more damage and taking the more damage, but it's like 18% to the 9%, as you can see. So that's great stuff. The ice armor just simply because I triggering the ring from that. So basically, when you pop out any kind of armor, you will have more damage. Buff to the damage is going to be on the max roll 33% more damage due to the legendary modification on the ring. And then we're just going farther, which is the 5 points to the Hydra, obviously to the middle one skill, because we have to. And then we're just going on the beginning on the left, because the Hydra also burn enemies for an additional damage, which is 12% of its base damage deal over 6 seconds. But then on the end game, we're just going to jump and just take the right skill, just simply because after you critically strike, your Hydras gain 30% plus critical strike chance for 3 seconds, so that's going to be much more damage. But on the beginning, obviously, this one. And then we're going farther and obviously be playing the Hydra build slash frozen orb. So we just want to pump skills into the inner flame. So basically, your pyromancy skills deal 9% more damage, increased damage while you are healthy. So 80% or more life, we are going to deal more damage. So obviously Hydra, it's the pyromancy skill, and then we're just going to max out those two. So devouring blaze, basically you're dealing 10% extra increased critical strike damage against burning enemies, so they are going to be burned enemies, obviously due to the fact of the Hydra. in this scenario, because if you will change this into the second Hydra skill here, it's not going to be burned anymore. So maybe we just have to take this to the equation as well. So this one actually burning, but this one is the critical damage. So if it's the critical damage, this skill doesn't work. So maybe I'm not going to swap this after all. But anyway, you have the idea, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you can just take a look and figure it out by yourself. And then we having here the crippling flames, which is lucky hit. Your pyromancy skills have 5% chance to immobilize enemies for 2 seconds, which is fucking crazy good. This chance is doubled while you are healthy, and one more time, the healthy is 80% alive or more. And the last but not least, I just put the deep freeze. So deep freeze is freaking amazing. I think it's the best here, just simply because we are immune for 4 seconds. So basically we don't give a fuck what's going on for 4 seconds, constantly dealing 60 to 73 damage, 13% damage, and chilling enemies for 20%. When deep freeze expires, it deals an additional damage, yada 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 yada. So this is really crazy good. Its cooldown is 1 minute. But then at the end of the day, we need like some skill, so we just don't care at all, because just teleport doesn't cut it. Teleport is too slow, too cooldown is like super I want to say expensive, like too long. It's like 11 seconds cooldown. Obviously there is some way to trigger that several times. There's going to be a way to decrease the cooldown, but at the end of the day, it's just the teleport and yeah, nothing more than that. So I reckon this is much better approach than on the skill number 4. We're just going to use the Frost Nova, and you have to keep that in mind. If you're using Frost Nova, you can just put the Frost Nova here if you like to the passive skills, and then your Hydra is going to spam that Frost Nova. So yeah, that's it. So thank you very much guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care, enjoy your beta next weekend. Also we'll put the like super short video about the map, what I really wanna tell you guys about. Well, basically you can just take a look on the map, so that's what I want to say, but I will just mention that in the next video. And yeah, I'm super excited about the Diablo 4. Definitely going to play like 16 hours per day on the launch, or even more, or fuck knows, but I'll be like totally proper no life. So yeah, I'm super excited, super happy. I'm going to play without sorceress. So stay tuned for this one if you want to see some builds, my builds for the sorceress. And one more time, thank you very much guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care and bye for now.